Hello, my dear people. I'm not sure if you remember, but at some point I collected your questions for me. Like, what would you like to know about myself, my story, why I'm here, all that stuff. So, thank you very much for your questions. This is time finally to answer this. And the first one would be age. When did you start riding a motorbike? I was 19 or 20. It was a long time ago. And what do I do besides riding? I do a lot of stuff. In terms of activities, I also do snowboarding. So it's snowboarding in winter and riding the rest of the year. Where do I live? I do house sitting for whatever area I am in. I usually do house sitting for people. That's how I find a place to stay. I also have my 9 to 5 job, which pays for the motorcycle. For activities, I also do backpacking, but I try to limit my hobbies because hobbies usually mean stuff, and I try to be as minimalistic as possible and to keep as less stuff as I can in my life. So I should fit into a motorbike, into a motorcycle, or I should fit into a car, and that's it. Now, can you improve the quality of the sound? Can you improve the quality of the sound in your videos? This has been a learning curve for me. So I started from zero. I've never done a single video before my YouTube journey. So, and sound appeared to be the most complicated. I figured out the video, the cameras, and all. I took some courses. I took some courses on how do you do YouTube overall. But for the sound, I replaced 3 microphones before I finally was able to find microphone that works well with my GoPro Media Mod, and so that I can speak inside my helmet. Also, I bought a device which will improve the sound of the quality of the sound when I talk not close to the camera. I'm still working on it, but I do some progress. So I'm really happy with my latest microphone for the helmet. I know that there were a lot of issues, and these issues might be weird. It should be much better now. Now, what countries have you been on your bike? I was riding in Russia a lot, and also Georgia, which is neighboring country to Russia. It has beautiful mountains and just incredible nature. I was riding back roads there and a lot. Then at some point I moved here to US, and here it is US, Canada, and Mexico. Also there are some fly and ride trips that I've done. Also, I was doing my trip in Guatemala last year. But yeah, many more countries to come. I will try to arrange this, and the whole idea is that at some point I'm leaving my job and go around the world. That's why I started my YouTube journey. But at this point, I will keep my base camp in US for quite a while. Any future travel plans? Honestly, a lot of. So some more Canada is coming in the nearest future, and something big is coming up for the months of December and January, maybe multiple big things. I'll keep it for myself for now because it requires a lot of planning, and I don't want to spend energy on talking about this. I want to spend energy on planning everything and just go there so that I'm sure that this is happening, and then I will tell you guys. What motivates you to travel? The feeling of being connected to the world, to people. I think we isolate ourselves in different countries too much, And I really love the idea of global citizenship, one where we all feel that we are connected to each other, that the idea that we are just all part of the whole world, and that's how we define ourselves. All the wars, everything is happening because of this. So I would really love to promote the idea that we should not confront each other because of our principles or where we were born or whatever. And when I travel, I talk to people, I experience the people, I experience other cultures, and I do my part. I just try to do my part, not to isolate myself in some specific group, specific culture, or specific country. That's it. What is the life learning that trips leave you? I think this is all about people, and the most important life lessons is that don't listen to media or don't listen to other people, but of course talk to locals first before going somewhere, just because some places can really be scary and dangerous. Most of them are not. Next one, how do you afford to do this full time? I do not. I can't afford this to do full time. I need to pay for my bike and for living and for all. So I have my 9 to 5, and it actually feels like having two jobs, doing both my 9 to 5 and YouTube, because YouTube is a lot of work and it does not bring a lot of money. I'm super grateful for you guys sending fuel money, and it covers a little bit, but expenses for YouTube and for motorcycles and all, I just cannot leave everything and go around the world right now. I need to build up some savings first behind my back. Favorite rides in California or the West? Oh, I really love Pacific Northwest area. This is my favorite area in the world, actually. All the forests and the weather and the fog and the mountains, everything. Pacific Northwest, which means Oregon, Washington. Maybe Olympics National Park, North Cascades. Of course, Leavenworth area where the Torotec Rally is being held. Yeah, and Mount Hood area for sure. Has some best rides that West Coast has to offer. I'm much more into forest than into desert, so that's my own preference. Would you like to ride the BGRs across the United States? That's the plan. While I'm here in US, while I'm not living, I will be doing BGRs one by one while my time affords. So you'll see updates on this in the nearest future. How many languages do you speak? I speak Russian, English, a little bit of Spanish, just a couple of words, a little bit of Gujarati, a couple of words, and that's probably it. Sometimes I try to learn some new language, but it does not stay in my memory because I don't use it. These are all the questions that I wanted to address in this video. If you have some more, leave them in the comments, and I will be doing part 2. And thank you so much for being with me on my journey. Thank you so much for watching this. I will see you next Sunday.